Welcome, dear dreamer. You found your way to Moonlight Whispers, a quiet corner of the night where stories breathe softly, time slows down, and the world feels just a little more gentle. Settle in, let your thoughts rest, and allow tonight's tale to guide you into calm, warmth, and wonder. I first heard of the Teahouse at the edge of yesterday from a traveler who spoke in half whispers, as if naming the place too loudly might cause it to vanish. They said it wasn't on any map and couldn't be found unless you carried a memory you'd once forgotten, and now wished you hadn't. At first, the idea felt like a myth crafted for wandering souls. But one late evening, as the sky turned the color of fading lavender and the world exhaled its last warmth of the day, I found myself walking a quiet forest path. Leaves rustled gently under my feet, and somewhere far away, an owl echoed a single soft note. That's when I saw it. A warm glow in the distance. Soft, flickering, inviting. The light didn't look like a lantern or a house window. It looked like the glow of the past, comforting, familiar, calling to me. I didn't remember choosing to follow it. My feet simply moved as if carrying the echo of something I once loved. When I stepped through the final line of trees, I saw it. A tiny wooden tea house perched between the present and something older, gentler. A sign swayed above the door. It read, "Yesterday served warm." The moment I opened the door, a small bell chimed, not sharply but softly, as though it cared about your feelings. The inside was simple and deeply cozy. Shelves of tea jars lined the walls, each labeled in elegant handwriting. First snowfall, forgotten summer, quiet apology, lost letter, the memory you meant to keep. A kettle steamed nearby, humming a gentle familiar tune. The air smelled like warmth, like comfort, steeped into something drinkable. Behind the counter stood the tea master. They were neither old nor young, or perhaps they were both at once. Their hair carried a soft silver sheen, but their eyes shone with the calm spark of someone who has lived many lifetimes and worried about none of them. "Welcome," they said with a small bow. "You finally arrived?" Finally? I asked. The tea master smiled. "No one comes here by accident. The path appears only to those who are ready to remember something kindly." They motioned for me to sit at a small wooden table. I did, feeling as if I had taken that exact seat long ago. The tea master placed 3 tiny jars in front of me. None had labels. "These," they said, "are memories you've misplaced. Not lost, just tucked away in corners where light rarely reaches." I felt my fingers tingle as I lifted each one. Inside the first was a faint shimmer, like sunlight caught in a jar. In the second, tiny silver motes floated lazily. The third was warm to the touch, like someone's hand. "Choose," said the tea master, "but know that whatever you choose to taste will return to you." I hesitated. The tea master gently added, "Memories don't ask to be changed. They only ask to be heard." Something inside me softened. I chose the warm one. The tea master opened the jar. Instead of leaves, a soft golden glow rose into the air, swirling like a sigh released after years of holding its breath. They scooped the glow into a small porcelain cup and poured hot water over it. The water shimmered, turned amber, and sent a warm, nostalgic scent curling upward. It smelled like someone humming a lullaby, like being wrapped in a blanket that used to belong to someone you loved, like a moment you didn't know you'd be missing. The tea master set the cup before me. "When you're ready, they said. Drink. The first sip was soft, impossibly soft. Warmth spread through my chest, then my shoulders, then my fingertips. And suddenly, I saw it. A memory. I was sitting on a porch at dusk, years ago. A gentle rain had just passed, leaving the world smelling of fresh earth. I was small, maybe 6, maybe 7, and beside me sat someone I loved dearly. My grandmother. She wasn't talking, she was just there, rocking slowly in her wooden chair, knitting something in a color the sky seemed to envy. I remembered her hands, warm, steady, patient, the way she hummed without realizing it, the way she said my name like it was something important. In the memory, I leaned against her arm. She didn't move away. She leaned back, resting her cheek against my hair. This, she whispered, is a moment you'll want to keep. And then, as memories do, it faded, gentler than a breath. When I opened my eyes, the tea house felt warmer, softer, like the memory had joined the room, sitting beside me. The tea master was watching quietly. You forgot it, they said softly, but they never forgot you. I felt something tighten in my throat. Not sadness, not joy, something like returning. I didn't mean to lose it, I whispered. No one ever does, said the tea master. But sometimes life grows louder than the small things that shape us. Here, we let the small things speak again. I bowed my head. Thank you. The tea master refilled my cup, not with memory this time, but with ordinary jasmine tea. Fragrant, calming, real. Take a sip before you go, they said. Too steady today. Yesterday has already been tended to. I drank. The jasmine tasted brighter now, as if flavored with understanding. When I stood to leave, the tea master handed me the small memory jar. Empty now, but warm. For when the path appears again, they said. We rarely need to remember just once. I stepped outside. The forest felt different. Or maybe I did. Behind me, the tea house glowed softly. A warm ember at the edge of time. When I blinked, it was gone. But the warmth stayed. May your nights be gentle, your dreams be kind, and may the moonlight always find you. Good night, dreamer.